Hello and welcome to Bhagavad Gita study. The verse for today is 6th chapter 10th verse. Yogi yunjita satatam atmanam ruhasi stitah ekaki yata chittatma nirashir aparigraha. A transcendentalist should always engage his body, mind and self in relationship with the Supreme. He should live alone in a secluded place and should always control his mind. He should be free from desires and feelings of possessiveness. That's what this perpetual calendar says. Let's dive into Swami Ranganathananda's version of this. And I am going to give you the link of Swami Sarvapriyananda's lecture on this verse. Here it is. The lighting is weird today. Sorry for all the adjustment. I'm not using a tripod. Here it says the yogi should constantly practice concentration of the mind, retiring into solitude, alone, with the mind and body subdued and free from all anxiety of hope and possession. And some of these post-it notes contain exact words that Swami Sarvapriyananda has given. Things distract our mind. Taste for things need to be given up, free from all anxiety and free from desire without possession. And I also took my own thing where I have written, there is a story in Bhagavatam about bangles, the lady with the bangles and the noise it makes, and what it triggered in some sadhaka. He started to think, oh, these so many bangles make so much noise. There is only one bangle, there's no noise. So that's the power of solitude. That's what that was. And Swami also talks of Dridrishya Viveka in this context, and also says Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jiva Brahme Vanaparaha. Practical attitude to take to practice all this. When we break up this verse, we have some things going on. One is that this recommends that we spend our time in solitude. Even before that, we have to engage our body and mind in developing relationship with the Supreme. How would we do that? The body, when it serves, when it works, even though we are in world, we are doing worldly things. We're serving our families, we're serving our own desires. To begin with, it's not that we are all monks that have given up desires. So to begin with, we are doing everything that seems like a selfish endeavor. However, the way we can serve the Lord with this body is to include spiritual practices along with everything else we do. That way our body starts to get engaged with strengthening our relationship with the Lord. Number 2, mind. Mind being engaged in Lord. How can we do this? I've broken this up in my notes. One is to do japa. The mind is going to be engaged with the Lord. Number 2 is hearing all Puranas and hearing the glories, studying the texts, always being in the company of people who are like-minded, who want to be listening about God, talking about God, being in devotion, being in that state of mind where where they always feel that the relationship with the Lord is the most important relationship there is. That's number 2. So body and mind always engaged in relationship with the Lord. And then living in a secluded place, that's probably not an option. However, Swami Sri Ramakrishna says you can practice solitude in increments or in smaller number of days, or some sort of a regular thing. For example, in every 3 months you go somewhere to a retreat or somewhere else and just stay alone and start practicing, or strengthen your practice just thinking about Lord those 3 days or 2 days or 1 hour, whatever that is. But if it's absolutely not possible and we are all engaged in this world, it could be that 10 minutes that you get while waiting for the bus, 15 minutes you get waiting in the doctor's office, 20 minutes you get before your child returns from a class. All these are pockets of solitude that can be used for contemplation of Lord. Just if you start doing japa while you're working, that will lead to these things where the mind will remind you suddenly that, oh, you're alone now, maybe you can do this, or do puja, or whatever you do, or read a text, listen to that lecture, or whatever that is. So living in a secluded place and controlling your mind, that leads to control in mind. And then free ourselves from desire and possessiveness, that comes with the practice. Again, those finding those secluded spots, strengthening your relationship with the Lord. As and when you start strengthening your relationship, you'll start to feel the presence of the Lord more and more. The Lord's presence is felt more and more. The desires go away, and then the feelings of possessiveness, aparigraha, that state comes in. That's the nutshell of this verse. But I encourage you to pick up a favorite copy of yours and do a deep dive into this verse. I'm also giving you the SoundCloud version of Swami Sarvapriyananda's explanation on this verse. You can also find him on YouTube. It's a playlist. If you say Bhagavad Gita Swami Sarvapriyananda, you'll get all the verses, and this verse is also there. There are many that are there in YouTube and SoundCloud and Spotify, or there are so many resources. Please go and enjoy this verse. And this is the verse for today, and I'll meet you with another verse very soon. Bye bye.